I have access to every lab test known to man. Like as a doctor, I have full access to whatever labs I'd like to run. The big 5 are the 5 labs that make the greatest difference in people's lives. Now, there are studies that show negatives to an IgG food sensitivity test. Okay, and I'll share those in just a second. And there are lots of studies that show positives, which is why in a hospital setting and an allergist office, they still use IgG food sensitivity testing as well. So when I look at Boston Children's Hospital, arguably the number 1, if not within the top 3 children's hospitals in the entire world, they still use IgG food sensitivity testing because there's value to it. Now, for the people online saying it's just based on what foods you eat, they don't understand what they're even speaking about. Here's why. We ask people to eat a variety of foods over 3 days that you would like to test. We purposely say that. There are 192 foods that we test for. On average, the average person might have, a healthy person, like a healthy gut, might have 2 to 3 maximum sensitivities. If they ate 30 different foods over those 3 days, a little bit of this, they ate a little bit of bread, a little bit of dairy, a little bit of eggs, a little bit of meat, a little bit of fish, like everything, right? But they're only sensitive to 3 of those 30 things. Well, doesn't that negate the argument that the test only shows what you ate? It's absurd. It's absurd, right? Because it would have showed all of them if it was a sensitivity. The test has value. The problem is that you cannot base all of your protocols and findings on one lab. We run the food sensitivity tests with the Candida metabolic and vitamins test. And if there's gut issues, we run an additional one called the bacterium parasite stool test. So we're looking at the gut from 3 angles, every angle. It's called the big 3. Not the big 5, but the big 3 is just for the gut. And why this is important is because when we do eliminate many of those food sensitivities, people actually get a reduction in inflammation that can be measured. But not only that, it's not a forever thing that you need to eliminate those. And when we combine it with yeast overgrowth, bacterial overgrowth or imbalances, H. pylori and parasites, we get a full look at the gut. So until there's better testing, I'm going to continue to use this. Once there's better testing in the future, then we'll migrate to a better lab. But right now, this is the best, absolute best there is. And it gives my clients and people's patients the best results possible. So I feel there's still a lot of value to it. And so do tens of thousands of other doctors. Just some don't. And that's okay. And so the thing is, as a patient or a client, you don't have to run the lab if you don't want to. And that's the amazing thing about taking control of your own health. You get to decide, and I want people to decide. If you don't agree with me, I'm always okay with that. I really am. I'd be totally okay if you don't agree with me still after my rebuttal. I'd be totally fine with that because you should always do what you feel is best for you and your family and just run the test that you feel that they're of value from. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.